If I told you there was a 1999 movie starring Chow Yun-fat and Mark Wahlberg, directed by the guy who did Glengarry Glen Ross and two of the 50 Shades movies, and that it feels like a mashup of Training Day, The Departed, and early John Woo, you'd probably think that I was making it up. But it's real. It exists, and it's called The Corruptor. And it's about half as good as all of those comparisons might suggest. This was one of those movies I watched years ago and immediately forgot about. Watching it again, I kind of get why, but buried in there are flashes of a sharper, better film trying to break through. Director James Foley isn't really an action guy, but he leans hard into stylization in this film. You can feel him reaching for that John Woo energy, slow motion gunfights, choreographed chaos, slick Hong Kong flair. Underneath all that though, it's really just a standard NYPD cop drama set in Chinatown full of triads, double agents, and undercover deals gone sideways. The biggest problem is how convoluted it gets. There are so many names, factions, betrayals, it's hard to track who's working for who or what the actual goal even is. For a film this forgettable, it tries way too hard to be complicated. But again, there are good bones here. At its core, you've got this mismatched partner setup, Wahlberg and Chow Yun-fat as NYPD cops teaming up to crack a Chinatown crime ring. Pretty quickly, we find out Chow's character is secretly working for one of the gangs, and Wahlberg slowly gets pulled into that world too, without either realizing how deep the other is in. The last 30 minutes actually work really well, the tension builds, the plot tightens, and for a moment, it feels like the movie that it wanted to be all along. I just wish that dynamic between them, the one that finally clicks at the end, had been there throughout. For most of the runtime, it feels like they're acting in two different movies. Chow Yun-fat's character especially suffers from pretty thin writing. He's got attitude, swagger, and a devil-may-care energy, but not much underneath. Wahlberg surprisingly fares a little bit better. His character's relationship with his mob-connected father, played by Brian Cox, gives him at least a sliver of emotional grounding. It's not deep, but it's something. Performance-wise, Wahlberg is solid, nothing showy, but better than you'd expect. Chow oscillates between charming and hollow, mostly because the script gives him style without substance. Still, when they finally click, their chemistry carries the movie. Stylistically, it's all over the place. There are way too many Dutch angles and slam zooms, and every gunfight looks like a video game with infinite ammo. There are moments that I liked, shadows through Venetian blinds, that gritty New York texture, but there's no real rhythm tying it all together. So yeah, The Corruptor is a movie that the world mostly forgot about, and I get it. But if you squint, you could see something genuinely compelling underneath. A grimy, stylish little crime thriller with a solid core. It never fully gets there, but it brushes up against greatness often enough to land as a decent B picture in the cop movie canon. Worth a watch, just don't expect it to blow your mind.